Hey everyone, it's Jodi 𝐘𝐨𝐿 here talking about worries. Because none of you are worried about a thing, huh? Don't worry about a thing. We have a lot of things to worry about, right? Our world is kind of has changed in such drastic ways. Everything has come to a halt, and everything we usually do, everything we know, everything that's familiar has changed. And we've needed to adjust to this new way of being. But it's not just that, right? It's not just like everything stopped and we have a new way of being. We have constant tragic news coming to us all the time, and in fear that sometimes it's reaching us. A lot of people I know lost someone that they love already. And then there's this huge fear that it is going to happen to somebody you love or yourself. There's a lot of people who've lost jobs, lost connections, lost opportunities. There's so lost events, like lost their wedding or graduation. And there is so much loss, and not really knowing what else is going to come has really got us all really stressed out. So there's a huge context for worries right now. And this is the thing, like as humans, this is a totally regular response to this situation, is having all these worries. Yet we're like, oh no, like I'm not supposed to be worried. There's other people have it worse. And I'm not, nothing's wrong. I'm in my house. And so we get upset about those worries. Like we beat ourselves up that we have the worries in the first place. And first of all, I want to tell you that this is a regular human reaction to what's going on. Absolutely. Like you'd be weird if you didn't have some reaction to this, right? And and so we have this reaction. And so first you have to have compassion, because you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. Like this is exactly what you're supposed to feel, except for it doesn't feel very good. And it feels really out of control. And a lot of us are suffering a lot. Some people can't sleep. Get my sleep meditations, 𝐘𝐸.com/sleep. Some people can't eat, or they're just stressed all day or having panic attacks. Get my Anxiety Free Me program, 𝐘𝐸.com/anxiety. Get this program and help yourself feel better. Like anxiety is totally curable. It's understandable in the context of the world we live in, especially right now. I mean, but all the time, right? There's always something out of our control out there, and that's a regular human response to it. I explain it all really in detail. But what I really want you to think about right now, if you want to go further with me, get my course, because it is like soup to nuts, like everything that you need to cure your anxiety. 𝐘𝐸.com/anxiety. And if you're feeling worried and out of control, I understand. But it doesn't mean that you have to stay feeling that way, because our anxiety and our stress really has us focusing on what's out of our control. But there is actually a lot of things that are in our control. And even if we're engaging in all those things that are in our control, sometimes we're not aware of it or realizing it or taking that in a way that it calms us down. So that's what this video is about, is how to do that. The worry comes when we feel helpless. And there's so many reasons to feel helpless, because we're like staying at home. We can't go out and we can't do anything. But that's actually not really true. There is a lot of things that we could still do to give us a purpose in our life. Like we all want a purpose. In all of the studies about longevity and happiness, the people who live the longest and the people who describe themselves as happy have a very strong purpose in life. And it doesn't have to be an overall purpose of your whole life. It could just be like for the moment or for the day. Like, what's your purpose for today? And in this self-isolation and in staying at home, some of our purposes kind of got knocked off kilter because we're not doing the regular things that we usually do. And so we have to kind of bring that online ourselves if it's not there already. But there's a lot of things that you could do. A lot. If you think about how you could help others, what are some people who have trouble getting to the store? Can you go for them and drop stuff off? Who are the people who need a little bit of help outside their house because you can't go inside, right? Who are the people who would like to be visited? Standing in the driveway, talking to them through their front door or the window, you could still visit people with social distancing. It's a lot of places it's still pretty cold, so dress warm. In some places it's beginning to get warm, so this will be a lot easier to come drive over and stand 6 feet away from the front door and have them see you. If people are older and they're living alone, It's so much easier to be able to see someone in person, especially if they don't know how to video chat. If people video chat them. If you're staying at home with people, think about the people who are staying home alone. Reach out to them on a consistent basis. This could really change their whole world. Being alone right now, after 5 weeks of alone, when we're with people, we can imagine what that's like. Actually, it kind of sounds good. If you're sheltering in place and you're like a lot of people in your house, it like sounds good to be alone. But I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It's really, really difficult to be alone all the time. So reach out to them. Food cupboards really need our help right now. Maybe a little cash donation or dropping off some food or seeing what they need. There's tons of stuff that we could do to have a sense of purpose right now. And it will make a difference, not only right now, it'll decrease our worries, it'll make us feel empowered, it'll build our confidence, we'll feel connected, but it also will change how we go forward in life. Like it'll change us completely. And so even after this all over, we'll be different people in the best possible way. And being the best person that we could be is going to bring us the best world that we could have. We could not be paralyzed by our worries, and we could really change ourselves and change the world right now. And I'd like to invite you to do it because I swear you'll be so much happier. It's no pressure. It's just joy and love. And if we connect with our intuition and really like dig down and can really connect in our core and trust, man, the whole world's so much easier to handle, but we're creating a better place for all of us. And if you want more from me, come on over to my website, jodiamen.com. I have resources for parenting, for teens, for getting rid of fear, and for bringing online your intuition so that you know what to do next. And in the meantime, be present and let that you want to be shine through.